Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is June 1st, and we are going to take a look at Tesla's stock. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research, make your own decisions, please. I missed you guys. Yesterday, Monday, was Memorial Day in the US, so the stock markets were closed in the US, opened in Canada, but closed in the US. So, okay, Tesla closed down 623 and 90 cents, down 1.32. Let me just put this on the daily chart. Post market 627, I don't believe that. 0.05 cents, I believe that a little bit more. So, what has been happening today with Tesla? So we are pretty much trending sideways. So if you remember, on Friday the 28th, we had a green candle with a higher high, a higher low. So it did not look that bad. So today was an important day to take a look at to see what has been happening. Will the stock continue to go up, or will it start to cave in? So looking at this, so we are starting to cave in a little bit. So we have a lower high and a lower low today, and we closed also lower. Let's look at the hour chart, and you will see that I've already drawn some resistance and support lines. Let me just adjust this color here. So basically, where's the 930? So the 930 was right here. So we closed on Friday here, going down to the support at 623. No, let's say 624. 624 was a support, and if you remember, we had drawn that last week. So let me go back to the daily chart. So 624, look at this here. 624 was used on March 19th as a support, as a nice support, and now we used it here on May 11th as a resistance, and now we broke it on Thursday. We are still on that support here from a daily chart perspective because we don't have a lot of resolution. So we were above that support on Friday because our close was 625, and today our close is 623.90. So we closed underneath the support. So we broke out of it on Thursday. We're still above it on Friday, but we could see that the stock was not really strong. You know, we did not do a big green candle crossing that resistance. You know, we crossed it green, but then we went red, and we are still red. So we feel like the stock is getting influenced by that resistance. So going back to the 1 hour chart, so this is what is starting to take place. So this is 930. 930 is this one here. So look at this. We had at 930 this long wick, so the stock went up to 633, which is quite high, because the stock opened a bit higher today than on Friday, and this allowed me to draw this resistance here. So a resistance is just a line that you draw on wicks or on candles, on the body of candles, to indicate a trend. So I started doing that today, and I did a channel. So I copied that resistance and moved it down here as support, and we see that it fits here. So see, it fits here, it fits here, it fit here, and it fit here. So it seems to be a valid resistance. What is hard to do is to draw trend lines, support and resistance line, trend lines very early on. That's it's really hard to do. And we always make mistake because it's an art and it's hard to predict prices. But once you put it, you need to test it. Once you put it, then you need to see, does the stock obey my trend lines or not? And if the stock does not really obey them, then you have misdrawn them and you need to draw them somewhere else. So right now I drew this here, and the stock was going sideways on the support at 624. Let me make this green to make it a bit more clear. And then the stock was going sideways, 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 and then look at this. It went closed on, well, at 230. It went close to the resistance, and then started to go down and broke down the support. And look at the stochastic at the same time. Stochastic, boom, super down. So we are at 4, well, super down. The stochastic is at 38 on the hourly chart. So it is showing a lack of force in the stock, basically. So my thinking is that we have just entered today, because yesterday, well, Friday was basically going sideways, but with the stochastic going down, so the stock was losing momentum or losing force. And today, during the last 2 hours, the stock broke support at 624 with the stochastic pretty low at 38, and the MACD has crossed over down on Friday or Thursday. So I think we are entering a small bear trend. But on the hourly chart, the DMI is still pretty positive. So I think it's just a pullback. So the stock has been moving up since 555 basically, because that was pretty much the low. Even 545 was the low. So the stock has been gaining almost $100. So it needs to take a breather. So basically, it needs to take a breather, and this is what we're seeing right now. The stochastic is super down, super down, super down, and the MACD is also down. And if the new downtrend continues for a long time, the DMI will reverse. But if not, things might be pick-upping again. I think Tesla is going to do an event for the Model S Plaid June 10th or around there. So I am expecting, so maybe a couple of days before, this is just speculation, or on that day, depending on what happens on that day, then maybe, boom, the stock might come back up. I don't know. I will not invest right now because of this. Right now, it's a nice time to take some profit if you had been long before. So you could have entered long on support. You can buy 2 times. You can buy on a support bounce, or you can buy on a resistance break. If you buy on a support bounce, it is more dangerous a little bit, because if you had bought here, then it would have gone up a little bit but then gone down again. If you had bought here on support, it would have gone up a little bit, then down, up, and then way more down. So buying on support is a little bit harder, because you never know when the stock is going to go further down. Buying when the stock breaks a resistance, like here, we have had this resistance for a while. When a stock breaks resistance, then you have a higher probability trade, because the stock is already moving in the right direction. So you are just hopping on the train, and the train is already moving. So yes, the train can turn around, but there's less chances of that happening than if you are embarking on a stationary train. The train does not move and you get on it. So then it might start moving forward or backward. You don't really know. But if it's already moving forward and you hop on it, then chances are you have a higher probability trade. But the drawback is that the stock is already higher. So in this particular case, if we had known, if we could go back in the past, you know, 546 was a nice entry because this was a bounce on a hidden support like we saw, and then you would have had a great ride. It was a riskier ride, but it was it would have yielded you more return. So it's always a trade-off. Do I want to be more sure of my trade and make less money, or less sure of my trade and make more money? So it's the same thing. It depends on the type of risk that you are willing to take. So this is why I'm not telling you when to buy or when to sell. I'm telling you, oh, we have broken a resistance. We are broken a support, and we seem to be going down. I'm only telling you that. You decide the type of risk that you are willing to take, if you want to enter or not, and you are also deciding the size that you are willing to risk. You know, are you willing to risk 1% of your net worth, or do you want to risk 100%? It's all your decision. I'm just giving you what I see and hoping that you can use that information with all other information you have in your mind and with your goals and blah, 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 and decide what you want to do. Okay, so to make a long story short, a small downtrend has started. How long will it last? I don't know. It's gonna last until we break this resistance here. That's it. If we break it tomorrow, it's possible. It means that we will break 625.81. If we break it on June 4th, then it's going to mean we are going to know it when we break 609. So I cannot tell you exactly what is the price because it's a declining resistance. It's a diagonal resistance. So when you have a diagonal resistance, the number that the stock will hit when it breaks it changes every single day, every single hour in this case, because we are looking at the hourly chart. Okay, so let's go back to the daily chart. So let's look at the indicators to end. So stochastic is at 48, still under 50. So 50, as I'm telling you, 50 is an interesting number because after 50, there's something more in the stock. Under 50, there's a little bit less. So we had a move, but the move is not taking a pause and maybe taking a longer pause. We'll see. MACD is still positive. Okay, that's fine. But the two lines of MACD are under zero, so they are negative. So it's a more local bull trend that we were in. And DMI is getting closer, but the DMI is still telling us it's not. We should not swing for the bleachers yet. Basically, that's what the DMI is telling us. No bleachers yet. So swing. You can swing for the first base, second base, third base, but bleachers, you should wait a little bit. So bingo. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I produce a video every single day for Tesla and Palantir. We have a Discord server where you can go and discuss with other like-minded people on Tesla and Palantir. We have a Patreon account if you want to give me a little monetary incentive to continue doing these videos. Please like and comment. I read all of your comments and I actually enjoy reading your comments. We are going to talk tomorrow. I'm going to wish you a great evening and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.